Discord says, we'll ask the merch store, boss lady. And US Army Esports replies, ooh woo. Ugh, they made it woke. I'm gonna puke. The Chinese Communist Party chairman, Xi Jinping. That dude has a masculine, manly, muscular army at his disposal. They are absolutely mogging our American military that has only soft liberal hands. Hi again, guys, and I like making you suffer. There is no question about if this is true. It's practically half the reason you keep coming back, you freak. And good thing too, because boy, do I have something special for you today. Awful brand tweets where they try to pretend they're people too. It's like you already hated multi-billion-dollar companies and institutions that grope your pockets and take money out of them, but then they also had to act cringe. All we're saying is that if Fortnite can add buff Peter Griffin, they can add Riz Lamb. Cult of the Lamb. I love you, I respect you, you know this, but right now I want to turn you into lamb chops and boil you in my stomach acid. If you enjoy this video, which you won't, this card at the end will take you to another like it. Also, less than 20% of y'all are subscribed with notifications on. If you sub and hit the bell icon, you'll never miss an upload, and you can always undo it later. I believe @MattPat is going to enjoy this. I think MattPat will enjoy dissecting this frame by frame. Yes, MattPat, you should totally reply to our DM. So I actually really mess with Tiny Build. They make some good games, man. And they actually got their wish. One of the last theories that MattPat ever did was following up on this meme and putting it to a happy ending. He did the hello neighbor theory. It's like a nice feel-good story to start with. This thing did become the poster child of anybody like constantly sending double text and not getting a reply, and it was kind of funny. But things really did come full circle, and you gotta appreciate the positive things the internet manages to spit out, especially when it's transforming a thing that was just us dunking on someone to them getting a come up, I guess. Baldur's Gate sweep. Let's go, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna read this in the wrong order, so I'm literally just a video game. Thank you for changing my life, and oh my fucking god, what is that thing? I'm sorry, Wumpus is like a mascot animal. It's not happening, dude. Do you think they made that unholy abomination hoping people would start using it in their own soy jack memes? I feel really bad because Discord is making an earnest effort out here, but they're really bad at it. If you guys weren't around in 2016 when Discord was in its infancy, they always had this kind of quirky gamer type of brand where all the loading screens when it was booting up would just be some stupid shit. Editor who's in my dungeon right now, if you could put up some old examples of the worst ones on screen, I'd appreciate that. And since then, Discord has just spiraled into something way more popular than it was back then. It has like general audience appeal now. They're a company whose CEO is forced to go to Senate congressional hearings. And that transition to a wider audience and trying to market to them has not been smooth. Like even to cringe gamers, the cringe gaming stuff was cringe to us. And unfortunately, Discord as a company, if we view them as a human, because corporations are people, that dude's still a dork. He did not have a post-high school glow-up. Treat yourself to 19 inches of venom and more with the Marvel Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. Bro, I already have 19 inches of venom. I got it off Bad Dragon. This is like considered a bad brand tweet, but I'm gonna be honest, I love this one. I still say this quote. Spider-Man 2 came out like half a year ago and I'm still stimming it. I won't lie, this meme being attached to this image and this promotion made me want it more. Like the promo did its job. It made the figure more known to people because of the way they phrased it. We all clowned on them, but if that was intentional, they completely pulled a fast one on us. A brand successfully tricked us into saying a promotional line to buy something that they were selling to us. Like the dude who directed the game makes jokes about it in interviews. If it was genuinely a mistake, it's one that paid off. We have a classic incoming. Burger King. Seeing that profile picture in a video like this should be a jump scare that you know what's about to come. Women belong in the kitchen. This was during Women's History Month, by the way. I think it was International Women's Day specifically. If they want to, of course. Yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. That's really sweet of you, Burger King. Like I said, this is a classic brand fuck-up tweet. It always comes up when you're having conversations like this, and it's actually probably the thumbnail of this video. I'm willing to hedge a bet that it's probably the thumbnail of every video that's ever been made on this topic. For reasons I could not hope to understand, SpaghettiOs chose to make a Pearl Harbor memorial tweet. And it wasn't just tweeting it out on the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. They made a little SpaghettiO graphic of it holding an American flag. Also, it's smiling. Why does it look so damn happy? It's like Pearl Harbor was a good day for them. Like, bro, are you treasonous? Were you involved with that, or were you just rooting for it? Like I said, I can't understand why they did it in the first place. It's not really their lane. And not to say Pearl Harbor's outdated, it's still a tragedy, but you'd think they'd make this kind of mistake with a more recent event, like 9/11. AT&T said, never forget, and they used one of their phones to take a picture of the shower. Yep, there it is. They took a picture of the lights in the sky with an AT&T phone, I guess, or at least one that's on an AT&T plane. That's bad, dude. I just generally think if you're a company, don't try to do any marketing if you're trying to commemorate a tragedy. Just like dropping a never forget tweet on the anniversary would probably do the trick if it's like a checkbox you gotta tick off. But if you want to take it a step further and you have to put an image on the tweet, do not include any of your products anywhere in frame. Bro, you will get flamed. It is not worth it. I hate to say that there are like tons of like actual classics of just brand tweets being out of pocket. This was probably the peak of a brand account trying to seem like a human by just vague tweeting. I can't do this anymore. Sunny D, why are you getting suicidal? I genuinely can't believe that this tweet is still up. I remember people could not tell if this was a genuine cry for help from the social media manager or just an actual marketing ploy. Whatever it was, it made a splash and it definitely marketed it. Like, but oh my god, dude, if companies were actually people, they'd only say that when their stock price crashes. And to be fair, I guess that when the stock market crashed in the Great Depression, there is some precedent. Even still, when this happened, there were companies trying to piggyback off it. But yeah, Little Debbie's Cookies decided to give us some advice if we're feeling down. If you, like at Sunny Delight, was yesterday feeling like giving up, here are some tips. Be realistic about what you can do. Speak with loved ones who will help break you from negative self-talk. Give yourself an incentive for finishing. Remember the why of your this. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with any of those in principle, but like, why the fuck are you giving me therapy, brand Twitter? It's just making me think, like, what if the suicide hotline had ad breaks? Like, you're on hold and you're about to get on with an operator, but it's like, first, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, Radio Shack takeover. Oh, dude, this one was vile. If you find a squirter, marry her. Oh, based, to be fair, based, but if you guys don't know, Radio Shack has not been open for years. But a few years back, I think in like 2022, someone actually got control of their social media, like the Twitter account, back when verification still meant something, so we knew it was the real account doing that, and they were just using it to shitpost. I should have brushed up on my lore before I went over this, but I'm pretty sure they bought like the meager rights that there was to the Radio Shack name for pennies, and that's why they were able to use the account. I don't know, it's crazy shit, man. From StubHub. Thank fuck it's Friday. I can't wait to get out of the stub-sucking hellhole. Dude, stub-sucking sounds so raunchy. I can't describe it. Like stub as in like a really small micro penis, or stub as in your toe. You'd think this would be a more common type of tweet to come out of like brand social media accounts. Like just social media managers who are either about to get fired or quit and know it, and they just decide to fuck up the brand image on the way out. So you got nothing to lose, man, except being blacklisted, but that's a whole different conversation. You just think you'd see it more. Saw asks, do I have your attention now? And oh my god. Dude, look at those pepperonis. Oh my god. I want to suck on his nipples. I want to suck his cock. That's incredible. Yeah, no, they have my attention. Guys, this is not a bad braid tweet. This is like, I fully endorse this. Guys, I'm horny. This is like Overwatch porn levels of 3D modeling. This is like a quality looking render. They directly targeted the monster fucker inside some of the people they knew would be watching Saw. Keep it a buck with me, dude. He has a good ass physique. Ugh. I bet those arms are really comfortable to be held in, and then like he presses you into his chest between like the crack of the pegs. I don't like men, by the way, just so we're clear. Reply, wah, for Waluigi Wednesday, and reply with a flower emoji for I'm not saying that. That word, Wednesday. Why on earth would they ever name a monster in a Mario game? Get that. I think that is the actual name of it. It's not technically like a bad word or anything, I guess. It just doesn't feel right when it tries to escape my lips. I can't do it. I'm not doing that. Okay, so these next couple are actually loosely connected by one shared topic. They were all done as April Fool's gags. And let's be honest, we know these ones are coming every year from pretty much every company. Some companies actually have pretty consistently good gags, but a lot of them just suck shit. Just the Cream and Just the Wafer hit shelves 431. Get it? Because it's not a real date. Just the Wafer Oreo, Just the Cream Oreo. Like, and I just don't get it. Why is there still cream on the wafer exclusive packaging? That's kind of misleading. Like, you put it on the front, and if I just get the wafer, I know that was a name, but like, I don't know. I think it's misleading. From Krispy Kreme UK, breaking. You can now bring anything to a Krispy Kreme shop and we'll glaze it. Let us know what you're bringing to be glazed in the comments. For me, that would definitely have to be Kendrick Lamar. I'm glazing this motherfucker all day long, bro. That's my goat. I saw this originally and thought it was implying that they would only be giving you the glaze. Like you had to bring in your own donut, and then the idea was that they'd like somebody would beat their meat and come on it. Why am I being so raunchy today? I hope this don't get demonetized. Like I know they're saying that they will glaze anything, but all I'm seeing in the promotional poster is donuts and other food items. Like bro, I'm bringing in my PS5. I want that shit covered in sticky white stuff. You can't see it, but my PS5 is obviously already white. I just kind of want to give it like a texture that's really disgusting to touch after the first day of it being there. Phone 2A, micro, size doesn't matter. Okay, that was just kind of targeted, wasn't it? I think the funny part about this one is mostly that there's probably people out there in the tech world who, if this was a real product, would probably get this shit. You know, now that I say that, I'm pretty sure I have seen YouTubers buy the nothing phone. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure it's an actual thing you can buy. Like, it's a gag thing you buy, knowing it's a gag, but I don't know. Okay, this next one is a return to form where we look at just genuinely bad optics for these companies. So years ago, there was this hashtag going around called hashtag why I stayed. It was trending, and DiGiorno Pizza wanted to jump on the bandwagon and said, you had pizza. If you didn't know, that hashtag was about people sharing their stories with domestic violence. And DiGiorno had to issue, quote, 1 million apologies because they didn't check. You need to have like levels of filter with this kind of thing now, otherwise you might just screw yourself in this way. From the official Simpsons Twitter account, retweet if you ship Home Son 2. That would be Ned Flanders and Homer Simpson, you know, the guy. O.J. Simpson himself. No. Oh, that's bad. I honestly endorse this tweet personally. It's exactly the kind of thing a brand account should be tweeting, especially if it's like a piece of media. You need to stimulate your community so that it stays strong. And the Simpsons fandom is surprisingly swole. Things can be popular, but it can be hard to measure how much actual fandom presence there is. The metric I've used is obviously how many fanfics on AO3 there are of it, but depending on the niche, it can also be how many Rule 34 posts there are. That's actually a metric used unofficially by a lot of government organizations in the same way that the Waffle House Index is. Hot Pikachu sex. What I wouldn't give for @Sega to make a new Jet Grind game. @Hot Pikachu sex. What I wouldn't give to have not read your username. Is that like the Justin Wang I'm thinking of? If it is, he looks so different in that profile picture. I don't know if he ever had that but I'm just saying, it sounds like something he would make. That's very much in line with the type of thing he retweets 40 times a day. Oh, we got another 9/11 memorial. Build-A-Bear Workshop. We will never forget. And then they attached a picture of a bear in military uniform next to the American flag. Who thought of this? Listen, if you're a social media manager for a big company, when you're running the Twitter, if you're thinking about making a memorial tweet, I'll say it again. Keep it simple. Don't try to be extra or make something cute because you put your soul into it. People are only going to see the company logo and be like, what the hell is this? Like, who thought a military Build-A-Bear for your 9/11 memorial post was a good idea? That card I mentioned should be on screen. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I won't forgive you.